This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. We may be a comic duo, but we take mental health very serious. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and is completely online. BetterHelp is a network with over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, answer a few questions, and BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network.
You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/amp. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/amp.
I have been trying to record this episode for days because I wanted to talk about, without sounding newscasty, I wanted to talk about the fires in LA, in California, because I have 3 friends impacted. I have one that lost his home. I have one that evacuated and probably will lose her home, and then one that's evacuating her and the children because they are in a evacuation state, but nothing is there yet. So 2 out of the 3 have a devastating loss. But as I was speaking on it, I realized I kind of sounded like I was from the news and that I really didn't know or understand what people are going through right now. But what I do want to talk about is just being kind. So I don't sleep at night. If you have anxiety and you're listening, you might be someone similar. I don't sleep at night. I fall asleep. I'm exhausted by probably 8 or 9 o'clock. And then I sleep for maybe 2 hours and then I'm up for 4. Then maybe I sleep for 2 and then I'm up all day. So I sometimes hop on TikTok or I sometimes hop on the socials, of course, if I'm not on my own computer writing. And I'm watching my For You page that, of course, is only showing people in LA that are actors or actresses or anything like that. It's only doing that because that's the algorithm. And that's what it likes to do. And I'm reading the comments. They're showing their homes burnt down to the ground. There's nothing left but chimneys or fireplaces. And people are commenting, "Oh, too bad for you. So sad, blah, blah, blah." But sarcastically. They're mean. They're being mean. You have 5 other houses. What are you worried about the one in LA for? And it just surprises me that people are like that. It hurts my heart because there's children involved. And there's people that just moved to LA or maybe they're renting there. And I started to record it. I found myself getting so angry, but that's not what we're here for. So what I decided that I just want to talk about being kind. It takes $0 to be kind. If you don't want to donate to a GoFundMe, don't donate to a GoFundMe. Just watch and scroll on, but it's never going to be that way. There's always going to be people out there, and you may be one of them right now that you're mad because there's GoFundMe out there for stars or people that have a high social status or something like that. And I get it. We all are allowed to have our own opinion. My thought is, could we just be kind? Could this bring us closer together by just being kind to everyone? Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all breathe. We all think. We all poop. Right? Anxiety makes me poop. It's all the same. We're all the same. We may have just had different paths. Being kind is one of the most impactful and accessible way to make the world a better place. It doesn't require grand gestures. Small acts of kindness, like putting the keyboard away instead of writing something mean, can create ripple effects that extend far beyond what we imagine. Be kind. I did see some of the stars with high social status helping. They're out on the roads going, "Are you okay? Do you need a ride somewhere?" Amazing. They're people because they're people. They're humans. They're checking if there's any pets. They're helping. Do you need me to help you find something? Do you need to find your passport? Do you need to find your documents? What do you need help with? Amazing. Why does kindness matter? Because it builds connection. Kindness fosters a sense of community and belonging, whether it's through a smile, a kind word, helping hand. You don't have to comment on everybody's videos. You don't have to say anything bad. You can send encouraging thoughts if you want. Or if you just find yourself saying, I could give a crap about these people, just scroll on. Maybe your For You page is wrong for you. Maybe you need to find, search something else so that you don't see anything devastating where you're not going to feel bad about it. Being kind improves well-being. Acts of kindness release feel-good chemicals like oxytocin, which can lower stress, improve mental health. That's why we're here. It's good for both the giver and the receiver. It creates a chain reaction. Kindness is contagious. It really is. You ever smile at a stranger and maybe 90% of the time they smile back? 10% don't. Maybe they're just miserable, but whatever. Kindness is contagious. One thoughtful act, one smile can inspire others to pay it forward, creating a ripple effect of positivity. How about some ways to practice kindness? To strangers, hold the door open. Let someone go ahead in line. Compliment someone genuinely. Pay for someone's coffee if you want. One time I was at, actually this is a funny story. I was at Olive Garden with my kids and there was a woman sitting alone and she had a glass of wine. And there was a plate across from her, but it looks like someone didn't show up. So I told the kids, I said, why don't we just pay for her meal? Maybe something happened, or maybe it was an anniversary, or maybe it was a birthday and she was missing someone. And so we did. But the funny thing is, we got her bill and she had a whole bunch more on there. Like there was a meal to go and there was a couple bottles on there. So I ended up spending a lot more, but it was okay. It was okay. For friends and family, check in, call, text message. Just see how they're doing. How are you doing? How are you doing? That's 4 words. How are you doing? If you want to put a hi in there, a greeting, it's 5 words. Takes a second, maybe 3. Offer to help with tasks like babysitting, errands, especially if they're going through a tough time. Leave a heartfelt note or surprise them with their favorite treat. When I used to work with one of my besties, I would come out to my car in the parking lot and there would be a note that she wrote and put on my windshield. Man, did that make my day. To yourself. Speak kindly to yourself because no one is more self-critical than you. Take breaks and allow yourself rest without guilt. Celebrate your own achievements no matter how small, because guess what? When you take care of yourself, then you can take care of others. We know this. In the community, you can volunteer at local charities. You can donate unused items. We do this very often, actually. We donate to shelters, food banks, pet supply companies, pet shelters. Maybe you can show gratitude to service workers by saying thank you or leaving a good tip if you live in a country where you tip on service. Quick science of kindness. You can Google this. Studies show that kindness reduces cortisol, which is that stress hormone. It can even lower blood pressure. I said something kind to a stranger the other day at a store, and she looked at me and she said, wow, I totally needed you today to say that. Thank you, and walked away. Just try it. Genuinely, try it. Performing kind acts increase levels of serotonin and dopamine. Those are the good ones, the chemicals linked to happiness and reward. So think about it. What's your favorite act of kindness to give or receive? What's your favorite? If there's one that you love to receive, go give it. Just be kind. Scroll past. You don't have to comment. You don't have to be mean, no matter what social statuses are. All right, go do one act of kindness today. Take care of you. Take care of each other. Talk to you next time. Bye.